In today's class, we're going to talk about percentage. And under this, we're going to look at what is meant by percentage, how to convert a decimal to percentage, how to convert a percentage to decimal, and how to convert a fraction to percentage, also how to convert a percentage to fraction. And we're going to look at some further work example. Okay, the big question is what is meant by percentage. Percentages are used to give common standard. Percentage are known as fraction having 100 as their denominator. You understand? Let's say you want to buy a shoe that costs 500 naira and the seller decide to give you 20% discount. How much are you going to pay? You understand? Now, that's it. If the seller decide that I'm giving you 20% discounts on the cost 500 naira of the shoe that you want to buy, how much are you going to pay? You can see now. So after completing this class, you will be able to solve problem and other problem on percentage. You understand? You'll be able to solve this problem and other problem on percentage. Okay, let's go through some work example. Let's start with how to convert a decimal to percentage. Okay, we have the first question. Express 0.08 as a percentage. Express 0.08 as a percentage. Okay, 0.08 as percentage. I want you to take note of this point. Anytime you are converting a number to percentage, you are going to, maybe a decimal number to percentage, you are going to multiply the decimal number by 100. Do you understand? Anytime you are converting a decimal number to percentage, you are going to multiply the decimal number by hundreds. You understand? So for this, I'm going to have 0.08 multiplied by 100%. You understand? So I'm going to have 0.08 multiplied by 100%. You can do this without using calculator. You understand? And that's what I'm going to show you now. Now look, if you want to convert this to percentage, that is, I'm going to multiply this decimal by 100. You can see that how many zeros does 100 has? 100 has 2 zeros. You understand? So I'm going to move this decimal point two steps towards the right. You understand? You know, this is the decimal that I have, 0.08. You know, this is the decimal number that we want to change to percentage. Now, since 100 has 2 zeros, you understand? So I'm going to move this decimal point twice towards the right. Are you paying attention? Because 100 has 2 zeros, I'm going to move this decimal point 2 steps towards the right. You understand? You know, all this side is towards the left, okay? This side is towards the right. You can see right and left. So because 100 has 2 zeros, I'm going to move this decimal point 2 steps towards the right. So I'm going to have 1, 2. Okay, so the decimal point will come here. So I'm going to have 8.0. You understand? So I have easily converted this decimal points to percentage. You understand? So I'm going to have 8.0%, which is also the same thing as what? 8%. Do you understand? Okay, so you can do this without using calculator. Okay, just move the decimal points 2 steps towards the right. When you are converting a decimal number to percentage, you are going to multiply by 100%, and you can do this without using calculator by moving the decimal point of the decimal number 2 steps towards the right, and that's what I did here. Do you understand? So let's proceed to the second question. We are asked to convert 0.215 to percentage. 0.215 to, we are asked to convert it to percentage. Okay, to percentage. Okay, now we are going to multiply 0.215 by 100%. So I'm going to have 0.215 multiplied by 100%. Now, you didn't have to make use of calculator before doing this, okay? Just move the decimal points 2 times towards the right, okay? Move it 2 steps. towards the right because 100 has 2 zeros. Okay, so I'm going to move this decimal point 2 times towards the right, and this is the right and this is the left. So for this I'm going to have 1, 2. You understand? So this is 21.5%. Do you understand? So you don't need to make use of calculator. Okay, just understand the simple step. Okay, so this has been converted to percentage. Okay, now let us have another work example, which is the third question. Okay, express 0.285 as percentage. That's the third question. Express 0.285 as percentage. Okay, now don't forget the step. We convert a number from decimal to percentage by multiplying that decimal number by 100. You understand? We are going to multiply it by 100%. So for this, I'm going to have 0.285 multiplied by 100%. You understand? So you can do this without using calculator. Just follow the simple step. Okay, I'm going to move the decimal number 2 steps towards the right. Okay, so I'm going to have 1, 2. So the decimal number now is between 8 and 5. So this will become 28.5%. Do you understand? So that is how to convert a decimal number to percentage. We just have to multiply by 100%. Now let's go to another subtopic, which is how to express a percentage in decimal. You understand? How to convert a percentage to decimal. We are told to express the following percentages in decimal. Okay, don't forget the step. When we want to convert a percentage, that is a number that is in percentage to decimal, we are going to divide the number by 100. Do you understand? If you want to convert a number that is in percentage, you want to convert it to a decimal, we are going to divide it by 100. You understand? All these numbers are in percentage. You understand? We have 25%, 55%, 6.5%, 7.15%, 27.5%. We are told to express all of them in decimal. So let's start with the first question. 25% in decimal. That will be 25 all over 100. Now you can do this without using your calculator. You understand? You can do this without using your calculator. You can see that we have 25 over 100. The decimal point is at the front of 5. Are you paying attention? Now, when you are converting a percentage number to decimal, you just have to move the decimal point 2 steps towards the left. Okay? When you are converting a percentage, that is a number that has been expressed in percentage, you are converting such number to decimal, you just have to move the decimal point 2 steps towards the left. You know, in the previous example that we did, that is, we expressed a decimal number in percentage, we moved the decimal number 2 steps towards the right. But right now, we are going to move the decimal point 2 steps towards the left. Do you understand? So let us move these decimal points 2 steps towards the left. We have 25. This is where the decimal point is before. 1, 2. You understand? So I'm going to have a 0 here. That means 25 divided by 100 is equals to 0.25. You understand? That is equals to 0.25. This is the decimal form of 25%. You understand? So the answer here is 0.25. Do you understand how I got this? If you didn't understand, pay attention while I solve the second question. We want to express 55% in decimal. Don't forget that when we are expressing a number that is in percentage, we are expressing that number in decimal. We are going to divide it by 100. You understand? So for this, I'm going to have 55 over 100. Now you can see that the decimal point will be at the front of 5. You understand? At the front of this 5. You know, this 10, this unit. At the front of this 5, that's where the decimal point is. And I told you that you can do this without using calculator. to solve this without using calculator, since we are dividing the number by 100 and 100 has 2 zeros, so I'm going to move this decimal point 2 steps towards the left. Okay, I'm going to move this decimal point 2 steps towards the left. So I'm going to have this 55. This is where the decimal point is before. So when I move it this one time and this is the second time, so the decimal point will be here. So I'm going to have 1 0 here. So this will be 0.55. Do you understand? So the value of this in decimal is 0.55. So let us express 6.5 percentage in decimal. We are still going to follow the same approach. First, we are going to divide by 100. You understand? So for this, I'm going to have 6.5 divided by 100. Now, don't forget, you can solve this without using calculator. All you have to do is that just move the decimal point 2 steps towards the left. You understand? This is the left and this is the right. You understand? We are going to move the decimal point 2 steps towards the left. So for this, I'm going to have 6.5, Abby. This is where the decimal point is. You understand? So I'm going to move the decimal point 2 steps. This is the first step and this is the second step. So I'm going to have 1 0 here and the decimal point will be here. So I'm going to have another 0 here. Please, do you understand how I solve this? If you didn't understand, pay attention. I'm going to explain again. Look at this. When we are changing a number from percentage to decimal, we're going to divide the number by 100. You understand? So dividing 6.5 by 100, we can carry this out, we can carry the operation out without using calculator by moving the decimal point 2 steps towards the left. Okay? So, and I told you that this is the left hand side and this is the right hand side. Now, let me erase this again. Let me erase this. We have 6.5. Now, I want to move this decimal point 2 steps towards the left. Okay? So I'm going to have this is the first one, this is the second one. So the decimal point will be here. Therefore, I'm going to have 0 here and then 0 before the number itself. By the time you multiply this by 100, you are going to have 6.5. You understand? Please, do you understand how I got this? If you didn't understand, pay attention while I solve the next question. Okay? So the value of this in decimal will be 0.065. Do you understand? So now we can convert. You can try this. Try this question number 4. Express 0.15 percentage in decimal. Don't forget, you are going to divide it by 100, and you can carry the operation out without using calculator by moving the decimal point 2 steps towards the left. Okay? So let me erase this. So we have 7.15 rather, divided by 100. Now, this will be equals to 7.15. Now we want to move the decimal point 2 times towards the left. This is the first time and this is the second time. So the decimal point will be here. Do you understand? So I'm going to have a 0 here and then a 0 here. Do you understand how I got this? This is where the decimal point is before. By the time I move the decimal point 2 steps towards the left, I'm going to have 1, 2. You understand? So for this, the expression 7.15 divided by 100 is 0.0715. Okay? 0.0715, because the decimal point has changed position from the between 0 and 1 to 0.0. You understand? So the value of this is 0.0715. Now I want you to try the 5th question. Pause this video, then when you are done, then check the answer. Maybe you get the answer right. Okay? Maybe you are correct. Okay? So for this, I'm going to have 27.5 all over 100. Now to carry out this operation, just move the decimal point 2 steps towards the left. Okay? So for this, I'm going to have, let's say, 27.5. Now this is where the decimal point is before. I'm going to move it 2 steps towards the left, and this is the left hand side. So I'm going to have 1, 2. Okay? So I'm going to have 0 here. Do you understand? So this will be 0.275. You understand how I got this? If you get this answer, you are correct. If you are not, if you didn't, then try again, okay? This is the final answer, 0.275. If you get this answer, you are correct, okay? Now, that is how to express a number from percentage to decimal. We divide the number by 100, and then you can carry it out without using the calculator. Just move the decimal point 2 steps towards the right. That is the answer, okay? Now, let's have another subtopic, that is how to convert a fraction to percentage. How do we convert a fraction to percentage? That's what we want to talk about now. Express the following fraction as percentage. Now, I want you to pay attention. Whenever you are told to express a fraction as a percentage, all you need to do is that just multiply the fraction by 100. Do you understand? Whenever you are told to express a fraction as a percentage, all you have to do is that you just have to multiply the fraction by 100. Okay? So let's start with the first question. We are told to express 5/8 in percentage. That means I'm going to have 5/8 multiplied by 100%. Do you understand? So for this, I'm going to have 5 multiplied by 100%. That is, I'm going to have 500% all over 8. That is 62.5%. So the answer here is 62.5%. Do you understand? So let's proceed to the second question. We are told to express 5/19 as a percentage. So don't forget that we are going to multiply the fraction by what? 100%. So I'm going to have 5/19 multiplied by 100%. So I'm going to have 500% all over 19. So if you punch your calculator, you are going to get that is 26.315. 26.315%. 26.315%. So the value here is 26.315%. Okay, so for this, express 2/10 as a percentage. All we have to do is that multiply the fraction by 100%. So I'm going to have 2/10 multiplied by 100%. This will give me what? That is 20%. Okay, that is 200. Let me just do it. 200% over 10. Okay, so that is 20%. So this one is 20%. Okay, now for the next one, express 4/5 as percentage. We are still going to go the same way. All we have to do is that we have to multiply the fraction by 100%. Okay, and I want you to try this. Okay, try this. Pause the video, try it. When you are done, play the video to check your answer. Maybe you are going to get the answer correctly. Okay, so for this, I'm going to have 4/5 multiplied by 100%. Okay, so I'm going to have 400% all over 5. This is what? 80%. So the answer here is 80%. Do you understand? That is how to convert a fraction to a percentage. All you have to do is that you have to multiply the fraction by 100. You understand? And you can reduce it to lowest term peradventure by calculator, or if it is divisible, if you can do it offhand, you can attempt that. So when you are converting a fraction to percentage, all you have to do is that multiply the fraction by 100. Okay, so let's go to the last subtopic, which is how to convert a percentage to fraction. Express the following percentage in fraction. We are given this percentage and we are told to express this in fraction. Now, I want you to pay attention. When we are told to express a percentage in fraction, all you have to do is to divide it by 100. You understand? If you are expressing a number that is given in percent, you want to change it to fraction, just divide that number by 100. Now, let's start with the first question. Let's express 25% in fraction. So 25% is equals to 25 all over 100. So I'm going to reduce this to simplest term. So for this, I'm going to have that is 1 over 4, okay? Because 25 divided by 25 is what? 1. 100 divided by 25 is what? 4. Do you understand? That is how I got 1 over 4. Now let's proceed to the next question. We want to express 40% as a percentage. So for this, I'm going to have 40% is equals to 40 all over 100. You understand? So for this, I'm going to have 2 over 5. The simplest form of this is 2 over 5. Do you know how I got 2? This is it. This 0, we cancel this 0. So I'm left with what? 4 over 10. What can go in 4 and 10? 2 can go in 4 and 10. You understand? So I divide 4 by 2, I got 2. I divide 10 by 2 and I get 5. Do you understand? That is how I got 2 over 5. Okay? Now, let's proceed to the third question. That is 75%. 75% is equals to 75 all over 100. Okay? What can go in 75 and what can go in 75 and 100? That is 25. Okay? 25 can go in 75 and 25 can go in 100. So 75 divided by 25, that is what? That is 3. Okay? This is 3 over 100 divided by 25, that is 4. So the answer here is 3 over 4. You see, all you need to do is that when you are expressing a percentage in fraction, we are going to divide that percentage by 100. Do you understand? Now, when you go to this point, just look for a number that can divide both the numerator and the denominator. You understand? So I check, I realize that 25 can go in both 100, 25 and what? 100. So I got 1 over 4. 40% is what? 40 over 100. I reduce it, I cancel 1 0. So I'm left with what? 4 over 10. Then I divide both the numerator and denominator by what? 2. You understand? So I reduce the fraction to this point. Now the next one is what? 75%. 75% is expressed as what? 75 over 100. What can go in 75 and 100? 25. 75 divided by 25 is what? 3. 100 divided by 25 is what? 4. That is how I got this. Now, I want to attempt question 4 and 5. Okay? Attempt question 4 and 5. Just pause the video. When you are done, play the video to check your answer if you are correct. Okay? So, 20% is what? 20 over 100. 20% is equals to 20 over 100. 20 over 100 is what? 1 over 5. Okay? So the answers to this, the answer to this is 1 over 4. This is 2 over 5. This is 3 over 4. And this is what? 1 over 5. Okay? What do you got in this place? This should be 80 over 100. 80% is equals to 80 over 100. What can go in both 80 and 100? 20. You understand? 20 divided by 80. That is 4. You understand? So I'm going to have 4. 100 divided by 20, that is what? 5. So the reduced form of 80 over 100 is what? 4 over 5. So this is how to convert percentage to fraction. If you got this as your answer, you are correct. If you got this as your answer, you are correct. If you didn't get this, kindly do the workings again, okay? So that is how to express percentage in fraction. In today's class, we've been able to talk about what is meant by percentage, how to change a decimal number to percentage, how to convert a percentage to a decimal number, and also how to convert a percentage to a fraction, and also how to change a fraction to a percentage. Now, I want you to attempt this as an assignment, okay? Attempt this. Express the given number in percentage. Express this in percentage and also explain this in fraction. You know, this is given in percentage. You are told to express it in fraction. So you can drop your answers in the comment box or reach me on WhatsApp via the number that you see on the screen. Okay, I will attend to you. Thank you. See you in the next class. Also, I want to tell you, for further example on percentage, you can check the description of this video. You understand? Check the description of this video to watch another class on percentage. You understand? This is a series. You understand? So you will learn a lot on it. Thank you very much. See you in the next class.